Why the giraffe don't look like the lion? They don't hunt. It ain't got nothing to do with what you eat. You think the lion look the way it eat because of what it eat? You think the physique is what, like watch the lion. You think that physique is that because of what it eat? It's not. It's the hunt that make it look like that. It's the hunt, because every time it get up and it go out, it's got to run. Every time it go out, it's got to jump on my man and boom, bring my man to the ground. And I don't know if you watched it or not, but I promise you, whatever they catch, it ain't just letting them eat it. It's a fight going on, and every time it fight, it gets stronger. Every time it fight, it get more ferocious. Every time it fight, it becomes more of what it is.
Hey, mic check, man. Can y'all hear me out there, man? Salute to the almighty LDBC. It is your boy, 503 line, man. Back at it again. Early morning hunt. Hot boxing topics, man. Happy 4th of July to the whole gang, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hope everybody has some good fun today. Eat some good food. You know what I'm saying? Pop some firecrackers, man. Enjoy their people. You know what I'm saying? How y'all boys feeling out there today, man? How is y'all feeling out there today? We got some hot boxing topics to get to, man. Chris Colbert, King Tug, you know what I'm saying? Wilder Fury 3 trilogy. You know what I'm saying? My boy Sheldon Holmes, Kevin Dumbo. I see y'all boys in the building. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Big Texas in the building. Cletus Schmidt, ATX in the building. Austin. West Texas, South Texas. You know what I'm saying? Salute, my boy Big Money. Did y'all get a chance to watch the fights last night? Did anybody watch the fights last night? What y'all thought about Chris Colbert, man? Versus King Tug. It was a pretty good fight. Chris Colbert did what he had to do, man. He got the win nonetheless. Third Ward, Ace Tyne in the building. I see you, my boy. Sheldon Holmes say entertaining. Oh yeah, it was most definitely that. Most definitely that. Salute to the Milwaukee Bucks. Getting the goddamn Phoenix Suns, man. We got some good basketball finals going down this weekend as well. Well, Tuesday is the first game. My boy 78 Milwaukee Bucks finally made it to the dance. So I'm happy for the OG. My boy CP3 finally in the motherfucking finals. And who would have knew that it would take a motherfucking team like Phoenix to get him now? And that's crazy. He did it with his old coach, man, who he started with. I'm so happy for my boy CP, man. You know what I'm saying? It overly deserved that. But yeah, man. Okay, man. I'm trying to see if waiting on some of the brothers to pull up, but you know, they come to the show when they feel like it, man. They come when they feel like it. So I've been seeing a lot going on. I just haven't really said nothing or posted about it. But I want to get to a couple things today. I see on boxing scene, right? We got a lot of shit coming. Now Canelo is talking a lot of shit. And I'm seeing a lot go on when it relates to him. Um, it's looking like Canelo wants some smoke, some big smoke. Uh, from what I've been seeing, I mean, like I said, Canelo is at a stage in his career where he really running out of people to fight. You know what I'm saying? And it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. Let me see. Trying to find this article right here. Um, Let me find this article, man, and we're gonna get to it. But yeah, man, it's looking like Canelo want that after Caleb Plant, man. He look like he won't smoke with everybody, man. From what I'm seeing, uh, we possibly could see him versus Charlo or maybe even a Bivol, Better Beef. You know what I'm saying? Uh, that's what it's coming down to. You feel me? I don't know how true that is. But here's the article right here. It was put out a couple days ago. I had to go find that motherfucker. Okay. He already beat all the C-level fighters. Yeah, man. So this is it right here. This is the article. I had to go find it so I can pull it up and read some of it. So this is coming from Team Canelo. This didn't come strictly from Canelo per se, verbatim, but this is coming from his team, Eddie Reynoso. Canelo's coach says, "Let's get Plant deal done." Then I like Charlo, Spence, and Benavidez. And I'm also hearing from Eddie Hearn that he wants Canelo in there with Better Be a Bivol. Okay, so this is a Boxing Scene article published Wednesday, June the 30th. Jamel Charlo's wish may come true immediate following Canelo Alvarez's crushing stoppage win over Billy Joe Saunders on May 8th. The WBC middleweight champion Charlo called out pound for pound king on social media, even when the Mexican superstar made it clear that he wanted to become undisputed at 168 in the next fight, IBF titleist Caleb Plant. "Fuck the money, fuck the fame, fuck the network," Charlo said in an Instagram post. "I'll lose my title and go to 168, make the fight happen now." Lifelong confidant and trainer Eddie Reynoso revealed that they are amenable to fight Charlo if the Texas is so inclined to take a two-step toward Alvarez. He says, "We're ready. Let's negotiate. We're ready to fight Charlo with whoever. I think it will be a great and interesting fight," Reynoso told Little Giant Boxing. More than anything is to begin negotiations with Plant people, with his promoter, and come to an agreement, said Reynoso. "An important fight, and then we'll see what's next. I like Charlo fight Earl Spence if he moves up from 147. David Benavidez also. Charlo is coming off an entertaining and one-sided unanimous decision beatdown. I've won Macias Montiel. It's a very good fight," said Reynoso. I have known Montiel since he started his career, and I always thought he was a great fighter. He needed a little bit more to win the fight, but I think he's at the level he can become a world champion. So it's looking like we might be seeing Canelo give us these fights that we want. My boy Felix Nunez in the building, salute. TZ Frank in the building, salute. Jacob said on Fight Hype, Ma ducking him for Montiel. Man, let me address that, bro. Jerry Curl Jacobs. Look, if you believe that, bro, come on, man. You believe that? First off, this salute Tay Brown and my brother Mr. King Palmer. First off, bro, Danny Jacobs is a fucking liar. That's number one. And when Charlo and when him and Charlo came face to face in his hometown, in his backyard. Remember, Charlo was in Brooklyn. He was out his element. He tried to make the fight. Charlo pushed up on him, tried to make the fight. What did Danny Jacobs say? I'm getting M's. You ain't getting M's. I'm getting M's. That's number one. Number two is Danny Jacobs moved up, bro. Moved up to 168. His last fight was at 168. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget this, bro. Danny Jacobs haven't fought at 160. I think his last fight at 160 was what, against Canelo? And let's be honest, my nigga. Let's be real honest. Danny Jacobs is not fighting none of the killers at 168. He bypassed David Benavidez. He bypassed Caleb Plant. He bypassed all them guys. Lost to Gabriel Rosado because he lost that fight. I don't give a damn what the results say. He lost to Gabriel Rosado. Okay. And then he's fighting Joe Smith Jr. Yeah. So all this big announcement shit we working on, all that shit Danny Jacobs talking about, bro. I'm telling you who he fighting next, bro. I've been known about Danny Jacobs and who he fighting. I've been got the drop on Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs is fighting Joe Smith Jr. Joe Smith Jr. from Long Island, Strong Island. Instead of Joe Smith Jr. unifying his division with motherfucking Arthur Beterbiev, he ducked Beterbiev to fight motherfucking Danny Jacobs, bro. I repeat, he ducked Beterbiev, a unification fight. He ducked Beterbiev to fight Danny Jacobs. That's the fight that Danny Jacobs is going in with next. There's gonna be a big New York thing. It's gonna be Brooklyn versus Long Island. You know what I'm saying? That's good. It's gonna be good for New York. But for the pure boxing fans like myself who want to see unification over everything, your boy Jerry Curl Jacobs came up to 175, and now he fucking up 175 business. Yeah, that's what Danny Jacobs is doing. So how the fuck can he be talking about anything about Charlo when he all the way at 175 fucking with Joe Smith Jr.? And now he got Joe Smith Jr. out here ducking for a payday. Because let's be clear, I wanted to see Joe Smith Jr. versus Beterbiev or Bilbo. I didn't want to see him fight no punk ass Danny Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? And I like Joe Smith Jr., bro, but I wanted to see him fight Beterbiev. But like I say, that's a good fight for New York. You know what I'm saying? Joe Smith Jr. didn't look too good in his last fight. You feel me? But you know, they gave him a decision. So it is what it is, man. But yeah, that's Danny Jacobs' next fight, you guys. Joe Smith Jr., Long Island, Strong Island versus BK Brooklyn. That's what it's gonna be. I'm thinking, from what I'm hearing, I don't know if they're gonna have that at MSG. I think they're gonna have it in Madison Square Garden, or they might do it in Brooklyn. I don't know. We shall see, man. We shall see. But that's the fight that's happening next. Mark my words. My brother Drew Titan say, I'm not claiming Brooklyn for about 2 months. They got niggas looking bad in these streets. Well, that's okay, Drew. Hey, man, we all go through it, bro. I had to go through it with Charlo and shit like that, and you know, smoothie good as fuck. I had to go through it with Charlo, bro. It be like this sometimes, man. Bronx on deck though. Salute. Sharon, salute. Salute to the chat. My uncle Dre's finest in the building. Salute. Salute. Tay Brown say Long Island, Strong Island in the building, New York. Goddamn right. Barclays or the Garden. I'm now that I don't know. I don't know. I would say I would say I'll probably say the Garden because I know Top Rank and Bob Arum got a good relationship with the Garden, so I would say the Garden, but it could possibly be in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Is it wrong of me if I don't believe shit Canelo said? Well, it's not wrong of you because listen, bro. I'm not. Listen, I'm not in a position to make you believe anything Canelo say. I'm not a representative of Team Canelo, but I'm just telling you what I saw. And from what I saw, I just pulled up the article. I still got it pulled up on my shit. I think listen, man, look, Canelo is he's still young. You know what I'm saying? Canelo is still young, still got a lot of boxing left in him. And he's on a fight by fight basis with the zone. So he could, he could possibly fight on PBC pay-per-view. He could possibly fight on ESPN. And he's out to get undisputed at 168, which is not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a Canelo hater. You know what I'm saying? Do I think he's pound for pound number one? No. You're a drug cheat. You can't be pound for pound number one. But I do think that what Canelo is doing, you got to respect it. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't believe what he say, I'm not mad at you. Salute to my co-host, man. Jay Steels, the R fella, is in the building. What's going down with it, bro?
And y'all know what it is. It's your favorite year, your most hater, R fella, back for another one. Early morning hunt. You know what I mean? Happy July 4th, Independence Day for all my, you know what I mean, Americans out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just had our Independence Day a couple days earlier, on July 1st, Canada Day. Like I said, we weren't celebrating it for the issues with the discoveries of the unmarked graves of the Aborigine children or the native children and whatnot. So once again, uh, big up to all my American people. You know what I mean? Celebrating July 4th. Have a safe and happy holiday and whatnot. But I hear you cooking on this Canelo situation.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the article. Salute to my boy Jelly Bean. Salute, homie. The article states that, and I don't know if you've seen this article. I should have sent it to y'all, but this article went over a lot of people's heads. Canelo coach said, it's coming from Team Canelo. He said, Canelo coach says, let's get plant deal done. Then I like the Charlo, Spence, and Benavidez fight. The coach says, we're ready to negotiate. We're ready to fight Charlo with whoever. I think it will be a great and interesting fight. He also said more than anything is to begin negotiation with Plants people, with his promoter, and come to an agreement, said Reynoso. An important fight, and then see what's next. I like the Charlo fight. I like the Earl Spence fight if he moves up from 147. David Benavidez also. So
AKA he likes Texas. You know what I mean? Like uh real talk, the way that the fight against Montiel did a lot of good things for Charlo in the sense of maybe not fan wise, but in the boxing industry wise. You know what I mean? Because now guys like Canelo are looking at Charlo as a possible opponent. You know what I mean? Where he wasn't before, and there's two reasons for that. One, Charlo did I wouldn't say he looked vulnerable in the fight against Montiel, but he showed some, I wouldn't say flaws, but some openings for a guy like Canelo to capitalize on. So Team Canelo might the eyebrows might have been raised for that one. You know what I mean? And saw maybe there's an opportunity here. Maybe this task might be not impossible as we first thought. You know what I mean? Secondly, they took notice of the fanfare and the crowd that showed up to Houston when Charlo fought. You know what I mean? And it seemed like a good turnout. You know what I mean? It was a successful event. The place was popping. The place was lit. So I think Team Canelo seeing that and realizing they're conceding to the fact that Jamal Charlo is a big money fight. It's a bigger money fight than Caleb Plant. It's a bigger money fight than Bivol and Better Biev. You know what I mean? So you got to take into account what the man say. He brings up Errol Spence and he brings up Charlo, some Texas boys. You know what I mean? Because Texas got the market, got the boxing market right now. You know what I mean? And yeah, I think more so. I know they about the legacy, but they also about the money too. You know what I mean? So that fight looks like it's real possible now. You know what I mean? In the future, you know what I mean? And well, we see the article now. We see it from Team Canelo. We got to hold them to it. You know what I mean? I hope after this Plant fight gets done, you know what I mean? At the end of the year, they're not turning around looking for some type of UK opponent like Zach Parker or something like that from Queensberry Promotions or something. You know what I mean? Don't go back on the UK takeover trail. You proved yourself. You know what I mean? You did your job. You know what I mean? Quashing all them UK motherfuckers thinking that they world class and whatnot. You know what I mean? You got rid of Billy Joe Saunders. You got rid of Caleb Smith. You know what I mean? You proved your point. Now let's see what you can do on this side of the pond against the top competition like the Charlos of the world and the Benavides of the world. You know what I mean? That's my take on the whole thing. I hope this Plant situation gets resolved. You know what I mean? Pretty quick. I know me stay ready and Cadillac been cooking on it. You know what I mean? But behind the scenes and whatnot, and Stay Ready brought up a good point. Cause I was ready to shit on Plant. Like, yeah, this nigga, yo, he's trying to hold out for more money. How many times does this motherfucker have to pull out of the fight? You know what I mean? Or have some excuses why the fight ain't getting done. But Stay Ready broke it down to me. He's like, yo, it ain't about Plant. It's about the networks. You know what I mean? And apparently Fox is trying to put up more money. You know what I mean? Put up more money so they can have the pay-per-view on Fox instead of splitting it with the zone or having it on the zone or whatnot. So I think those are I'm gonna take Stay Ready's take, you know what I mean, and say it's about the networks, why this fight hasn't came to fruition yet, why it hasn't been announced and whatnot. So but I hope they come to a quick resolution because this is a fight that we all want to see. Caleb Plant does have a good chance. He does have the skill set to defeat a guy like Canelo. I just still don't think he has a gas tank, but we got to see it in the ring. That's my take.
Right. I see you in the building, Talib Cunningham. He say tank. Salute to Underground Asylum. He say salute 503 and all fella, man. Salute, man. Look, bro. Look, I'm for all this shit, bro. Like I say, you can't say nothing really bad about Canelo at this point. Besides, he's a drug cheat. To me, Canelo is running out of road. You know what I'm saying? He definitely gotta he definitely have to be very, very cautious of how he move because you basically like the king of this shit right now. I say between you, Wilder, Spence, Tank, y'all kind of like the big faces of boxing. So with Canelo, you know what I'm saying? People want to see Canelo in there with guys, top guys. So after the Caleb Plant fight, if he beat Caleb Plant, I would like to see Charlo, David Benavidez, Earl Spence, possibly Better Beeve or Bivol. Those are possible opponents too. Eddie Hearn did allude to them possibly fighting those type guys as well. So Don't be surprised, man. Don't be surprised, man. If you start seeing Canelo fighting more of the guys that we want to see him fight, and that's basically my biggest thing with Canelo is the opponent selection. But I mean, 168, man. Like I say, he's been on the tear. Besides the year them fight, he been doing pretty good. I mean, Caleb Smith, Billy Joe Saunders, not Caleb Plant. I mean, you really can't. What can you really say? Besides, he ain't fighting Charlo or Andrade. I mean, those are probably the only two guys we haven't seen him fight that we wanted to see him fight. But if he fights Charlo, bro, the Canelo hate is gonna have to stop. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have to stop. And that's just me being real, bro. Because if the man fights Charlo, we've been begging him to fight Charlo for years. So if he give us the Charlo fight, bro, if he fight Benavidez, if he fight Earl Spence, if he fight Bivol or Better Beef, what can you say? You really can't say nothing. The drug test thing was a long time ago. In 2018, we in 2021.
Mm.
That's a fact.
I kind of agree with that. You know what I mean
Yeah.
on King Palmer's side. You know what I mean. It was a while back, and there's other fighters that some of our favorite fighters that are drug cheats, and we kind of look the other way. Do I have to bring up Uncle Ortiz, multiple multiple time offender? You know what I mean. So
Yeah. Yeah, you got a point, my boy. You got a point. Talib Cunningham say he a drug cheat. What else needs to be said? Fuck Canelo. Tank is pound for pound number one. They do it. Why not? Hey, man. I'm not disputing what you're saying, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go too far to say fuck Canelo, but the drug cheat part, I'm with you. Tank pound for pound number one. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But we gonna get into it though. We gonna get into it. I gotta see a little bit more for Tank. I gotta see a little bit more, but he's definitely in the top 10 for sure. In my top 10 at least. I can't speak for nobody else.
yeah, you can speak for me. He's in my top 10.
Yeah. Mr. King Palmer say Tank, Canelo, and Spence are the big draws in the face of boxing. And you can't forget about Wilder. You can't forget about Wilder. I would say Tank. I would say Canelo, Spence, Wilder, and Tank. You can't go. Anytime them four dudes fight, bro, it's big business. It's big business. You know what I'm saying?
Could you
50
possibly put AJ into that realm?
Yeah, you could. You could.
Yeah,
Yeah,
AJ.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, let's be real. If Eddie Hearn set up a fight, AJ fight in Atlanta, I think it would sell out. You know what I mean? I think you could take AJ at this point. You could take AJ anywhere in the states, and it'll do
Nah,
good numbers.
it would have to be against somebody that we know.
Well, yeah, most definitely. You couldn't
Yeah,
put him in there with a Kubrat Pulev or nothing like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
yeah, bro. Nah, you can't. You know what I'm saying? You got like a fight like with AJ. He would have to fight somebody like Wilder, Jared Anderson. You know what I'm saying? He would have to fight somebody we know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because
because to
he
be
really.
real, I think he has more of an appeal than Tyson Fury does.
Oh yeah, for shit show. Tyson Fury is a scam. We seen what his fights did in Vegas without Wilder.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's a scam. Yep, Wilder, yep. Yeah, man. But moving on. Since we've talking about Tank and him being pound for pound, um, my man's Josh Taylor had a lot to say
Mm.
as it regards to Tank Davis. Now my man dug in the archives and pulled out a classic Robert De Niro a Robert De Niro clip. I'm not sure if this from Goodfellas or what Italian mobster movie this is from. Might have been Goodfellas, Casino, one of them motherfucking mafia movies. I don't know.
Damn.
But this is
Scotland. Scotland's in the building. God damn. I know Taylor had it in him like that.
Now this is what he said. He say, I just be sitting listening to scared little Ella B and Javante talking shit like, and he got the Robert De Niro smoking a cigarette like, yeah, okay, okay, motherfucker, I see you talking, I hear you, but let's get it. You know what I'm saying? And this is my thing, right? This is my thing. If we gonna give Tank that status of pound for pound number one, bro, he got to fight for it. He got to prove it. Now, granted, he just did some amazing shit, and I gave Tank his credit and his flowers all last week. I said he's in the realm with Henry Armstrong, 3 different belts in 3 different weight classes. I know 2 of the belts are Reggie belts, but like I say, I don't see nobody else doing this. I don't see your favorite fighter doing it. You know what I'm saying? Besides Clarissa Shields, Tank is the only dude that simultaneously had belts in different weight classes. But Josh Taylor clapping back. And Josh Taylor ain't no bitch. This is the fight that needs to be made. I don't want to see Josh Taylor in there with Terrence Crawford and all that dumbass shit, man. Let Terrence Crawford fight Earl Spence and fight some real welterweights. Fight Keith Thurman and Deron Ennis and all those guys. I want to see Josh Taylor get it real bad. And this could be his cash out fight. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my boy Kano Loco Sports. You know what I'm saying? He say salute to all AM at work, but had to pass by. Oh man, you getting that double time. you working on 4th of July, homie? Yes, sir. Okay. But yeah, man, Josh Taylor, he had to clap back at Lil Tank Davis and Leonard Ellaby. You know, you know how Leonard Ellaby get. Well, Josh Taylor, he fought in the small room in Virgil's Hotel. Tank is a superstar. Tank sold 16,000 fighting on pay-per-view. You know how Leonard Ellaby get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Tank. But I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. Y'all say Tank is pound for pound number one. That's fine and dandy. I know Talib Cunningham just said it, but you can't be pound for pound number one on the PBC diet, homie. The PBC Latino diet at that. What's your take on Josh Taylor, man?
Impressive, because he don't have to do that. He's undisputed champion at 140. He can just sit back and, you know what I mean, and just take it as they come. But he's out here calling out the best fights. He recognizes Tank Davis is his best challenge at 140. You know what I mean? And he's calling him out. And it's a shame that I'm not going to put this on Tank, because I think Tank has the fortitude and the wherewithal to fight Josh Taylor. You know what I mean? If it was solely his decision, but it isn't his decision. He follows on at the whims of Ellerby and Floyd Mayweather, and obviously they ain't ready to put him in there with a guy like Josh Taylor. So as good promoters, or somewhat good promoters, they're gonna spin the story and make it seem like Josh Taylor is not deserving of a fight with Tank Davis. They're gonna bring up the points that, yeah, he only fights in a small room or whatever. He ain't never did big numbers over in the States, even though he sells out Glasgow or whatever. He'll sell out in the UK. So he literally has a country behind him, especially now that he's undisputed. You know what I mean? So I think it's kind of silly on the parts of Ellerby to discredit Josh Taylor when you was just in the ring with a guy, Marios Barrios. He probably does have his little fan base, but does he have a country behind him? Does he even have a whole state behind him? Does he have a whole city behind him? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I know one thing: Barrios doesn't sell the same way as Josh Taylor. But the argument is Josh Taylor don't sell. Like, people need to realize that we need to stop talking about or get the business thing out of it, and we need to see the best fighters fight the best fighters. Put the skills, put your skills up to the test. I don't want to hear the argument of, oh, well, what's his numbers on Top Rank? Is he doing over two or 3 million or whatever? You know what I mean? We don't need to hear that at this junction. We need Tank to show and improve, and we need Team Tank, i.e. Ellaby and Floyd Joy, to answer the call, because the undisputed champion is calling you out, but you have the fans thinking that Tank is pound for pound number one. Well, if we want to go with that narrative, he gonna have to fight Josh Taylor to keep that claim. Because how you gonna turn down the calls from an undisputed champion that's undefeated at that? That's my take.
Well, you heard it, folks. Listen, we love Tank Davis. I love him. One of my favorite fighters. And let's get it clear right here, right now. The only reason why I picked against Tank is because my man Marios is from Texas, and I ride with Texas. But when he go up against that Scotland motherfucker, I'm riding with Tank. If we ever get the fight. But listen, Fella brought up a great point, man. We need these fights, bro. We need these fights. I can't dispute nothing he's saying. And I love to have some combat with my nigga, but I can't do it because will Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby let Tank come outside and play with the big boys on the other side of the street? See, if let's break it down in neighborhood status. See, we playing basketball, right? And you killing every nigga on your street. You beating everybody one-on-one. You beating them. Y'all playing 21. You beating them. You the man on your street. You the king. Can't nobody fuck with you. There's no competition. But when you go around the corner, or you go fuck with them niggas up yonder, you know what I'm saying? On Martin Luther King Boulevard and Malcolm X, it's a different story, homie. You really in for a game now. And that's what I think about when I see Tank Davis. Yeah, Tank Davis, he took down one of the toughest dudes at 140 on the PBC side. Yeah, he did. It was very entertaining, very much thrilling. I was on the edge of my seat watching Marios Barrios and Tank Davis last week. Not even much gonna lie to you. But I can guarantee you, bro, if he was to fight Josh Taylor, that excitement, that thrill, that rush, that would be amplified times 10.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fact, because we know what Josh Taylor is. We know what Barrios is. Do I think Barrios can beat Josh Taylor? No. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Josh Taylor take down the best guys at 140, bro. He just beat Jose Ramirez in dominating fashion. Just did it literally 2 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Ronald Haskins. You can be the man. You can be the man on your block all day long, bro. You can be the man. But when you go around that corner, when you go 2 blocks down, you know what I'm saying? You bust a left, bust a right, and you in a whole another neighborhood. It's different. It's different, bro. And that's what I'm saying with Tank. And Tank can be the man at PBC all day. He the man. I'm gonna say this, bro. To me, besides Earl Spence and Wilder, bro, Tank Davis is the guy at PBC. Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellaby, I clap it up for him. They done a tremendous job with Tank. Tremendous job with him. They strategically moved Tank how he needs to be moved. Now, y'all seeing all the Tank pound for pound number one, he this, he that, bro. You gotta show me that, bro. I'm not giving nobody number one pound for pound status until you show me. One thing about Earl Spence, he's shown improve.
Mm-hmm.
One thing about Josh Taylor, he's shown improve. Canelo has shown improve. I don't give a fuck if you don't have Canelo number one, but Canelo has shown improve numerous of times. And he gonna have to show improve in the Caleb Plant fight. He showed improved in the Billy Joe Saunders fight. He showed improve in the Kovalev fight, in the Caleb Smith fight. Canelo has done this numerous of times, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is Tank first time showing us that he could fight with 140 pounders. This is his first time doing it. Did he fight a motherfucking Jose Ramirez or Regis Prograis? No, he fought Barrios. Barrios was the best available opponent at the time, and he did that. But now, what's next, bro? What's next? Is you going back down to 130? You going back down to 135? You staying at 140? What we doing? You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying. But let me read some of these comments, man. We're gonna keep pushing. Talib Cunningham say, I think Jamel Charlo is number one, but since everybody saying what Canelo did so great, Tank did the same thing, so why not? It's a difference, homie. It's a difference. What Tank did and what Canelo did it's a difference, bro. Canelo moved up to 168 and fought a champion, a real champion, not no Reggie Belt champion. It's a difference. Not only, and then you know what Canelo did right after that? He fought another champion at 168. Not no Reggie champion, a champion. It's a difference, homie. See, the difference is, bro, if Tank want to do what Canelo did, bro, all he have to do, get on the phone and say, Floyd, call Bob and let me fight Josh Taylor. I want that fight. That's all he got to do. Because Josh Taylor got all the belts. He don't see what Canelo doing. Canelo is taking 168 belt by belt. Josh Taylor got all the belts. So if Tank want to do what Canelo did and up Canelo, he fight the king at 140. Canelo is trying to become the king at 168. That's why he going belt by belt. So all Tank got to do is take down Josh Taylor, and that's the difference. Not no Reggie belt, the champ. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference, homie. And for the record, Conor Loco say, I never said Tank is number one pound for pound. I said he belongs on the list. I absolutely agree with you, homie.
Mm-hmm.
Salute to Kevin Stenhouse. He say salute 503 and R fella in the chat. He says, what are your guys' top 5 pound for pound? And is Tank higher than Taylor? No. Okay, I'll give you my top 5 and I'll let R fella give his top 5. Number 1, Jamel Charlo. Number 2, Earl Spence Jr. Number 3, Terrence Bud Crawford. Number 4, Josh Taylor. Number 5, Canelo. You go ahead and get your 5, Jay.
Hard, because I don't like these pound for pound lists.
Okay.
I really don't like them because it's like a mythical list. It doesn't really create fights.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's very subjective.
Right.
So I'm gonna be odd because I am the odd fella. My number 1 is vacant. You know what I mean, I'm not giving nobody has a crown right now. To harken back to Canelo's drug violation, what was it, 4 years back?
Yeah.
To me, that's still within statutes of limitations to remove you from being the top, you know what I mean, pound for pound champion. I'll put you on the list, but you can't be without that violation, he would be my pound for pound champion. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But with it, yeah, you can't be the king.
That's why I put him number 5. I mean, I can't put him number 1 because you got popped, homie. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
But I remember speaking on or saying, who's your best pound for pound fighter, like maybe months ago or even last year, and it was like I would say Bud, and I don't even want to. He's my number two, but I say that reluctantly because of what his recent movements in the welterweight division. His all of his accolades seem to be in the past. You know what I mean? And he's not doing anything in the present to show and prove why he's the king, the pound for pound king. So I have to reluctantly put Bud at number two. Still respect the fact that he's been able to move up in weight classes. He's undefeated. He's still a problem for any fighter between 140 and I think 154. But yeah, I just can't put him up at the top right now, just for those violations of not fighting the best fighters at the welterweight division and not getting it done. He's been kind of like dormant and irrelevant for the last year and a half or so. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'll give Bud number two, Canelo number three, number four. Um, I might have to say, I'll reluctantly say Naya Inoue. You know what I mean?
What?
Reluctantly say
Oh
Naya
man,
Inoue. Yeah,
this nigga,
I'm
this
a
nigga
hater of
said
Inoue,
Inoue.
but yo, I'm a hater of Inoue, but
Wow.
he does.
Man.
Let me make my point.
Ack, where you at, champ? I just personally sent you the link, Ack. You gotta pull up, bro. Oh man, Ack, come on. You gonna make me call Ack, man.
Yo, I mean, I got to give him credit for being able to move up in the weight classes, and the way he moves up in weight classes, he does it in dominating fashion. You know what I mean? He moves up and knocks out his opponents. He's another one. He's another guy that he's the owner of the Muhammad Ali Trophy. So he went through
Right.
somewhat of a gauntlet, even though I feel that the gauntlet was weaker than the path that Josh Taylor took to get that Muhammad Ali Trophy. But albeit Taylor hasn't moved up in weight yet. You know what I mean? I think he's moved up in weight 2-3 times. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
only time he's looked kind of like vulnerable or looked like uh, on the same kind of par level is when he fought Nonito Donaire. He wasn't able to blow out Donaire like that. You know what I mean? But who's to say he won't blow him out in a rematch or something like that? But I'm gonna have to put a new way there just for those reasons of his spectacular finishes and stoppages as he moves up the weight class, because he's a guy that's showing that his power carries from where he started and now where he's at. He still has the same power to one punch knockout power to finish these guys. So yeah, New Way is my number four, and number five I'm gonna have to give it to Jermell Charlo.
I like that. So you said 2 Bud, 3 who?
Canelo.
2 Bud, 3 Canelo,
4 New Way.
4 New Way, and 5 Mel. Okay.
Mel. Yeah.
Okay. That's dope. Kevin Stenhouse say they didn't ask Jacobs what the fight be at 160 or 168 because he been going up in weight. Stenhouse say what Showtime say Barrio was the Super WBA champion. I thought he was a WBA. Nah, he the regular, bro. Big Reggie. Ronald Haskins say, damn, why you bringing up how I grew up fighting block to block? I mean, I'm just saying. I had to break it down in layman's terms, man. You know, so the simple-minded folks could understand. At 40, there's only Regis, Ramirez, Taylor, Mikey. Okay. Facts. You're speaking like a fighter. I can't say you're the best until you fight the best at that level to move out doubts. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Romeo Lane in the building. He say salute to the Lion and the brother Jay.
Big up.
Salute, Romeo Lane. He say, what y'all think about Tank versus Mikey? Won't happen. That's what I think about it. You got anything on that, bro?
I mean,
and we gonna
I
get
agree.
we gonna get to Mikey. We gonna get to Mikey.
Yeah, I believe you have some news on Mikey, don't you?
Yeah, we gonna get to that. Absolutely, 503. But we see the strategic move from TMT. Absolutely, we do,
Mhm.
and I'm not gonna ignore it. I know we got a lot of Tank fans in here. We got a lot of DMV brothers. We got, Ashley Corner, she real Baltimore heavy. But I'm not finna ignore the fact that they do what they do for Tank Davis. No. We're gonna highlight that shit. And we're gonna put an emphasis on it. Exclamation mark. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my brother G5 Gabe, man. Y'all go subscribe to the homie. D
Fact.
Hodges in the building. He say, "What up, 503 and all LDBC?" Salute to the chat. Stenhouse says Canelo did fight Rocky Fielding for his WBA. I'm just saying. Well, yeah, he did. He did, bro.
He did.
He did. That's good. we not disputing that. We
Yeah,
not disputing that,
we
brother.
can't deny that bullshit. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And Tank Davis fought Leon Walsh.
He did that shit. But let's give credit to Canelo for because I don't think we've given credit for Canelo for taking out Kovalev. You know what I mean? Because even though that there's some suspicions behind how that fight ended and whatnot, people may feel that Kovalev might have dogged it and shit. We haven't seen Canelo since. Kovalev since.
Facts.
Canelo effectively got rid of that fucking dog abusing, wife, woman beating, woman beating racist. You know what I mean? So credit to Canelo for taking out the trash, that Russian trash.
All facts. Mayweather not going to put Tank in danger. Ronald Haskins says. I agree. Felix Nunez says, "LOL." 704 Joe say Tank ain't gonna take that chance. He can fight 3 more than Taylor. And that's bullshit. I'm not feeling that 704 Joe. I rather hear a person's top 5 active fighters than pound for pound is too subjective. I agree. But I just answered the question. It ain't no big deal. My brother Third Ward, Texas, say I don't have Crawford on mine because I'm not seeing the fights. I know he good, but I haven't seen it at 147. I have. And I'm gonna say this. The reason why I put Terrence Crawford on he's in my top 5 is simply because of what he did at 140. And since he's been at 147, Bud has been running everything over. So I can't take nothing away from Terrence Crawford. Everybody they put in front of him, he's beat, dominant.
Good point.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why he's in my top 5. I can't justify for the next man's list. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. That's the young lion. I can't speak for nobody else.
Good point. Let me add on to that 503. You know what I mean? Because that reminds me, like, even though I was shitting on his welterweight career, he has came up to 147 and ridded those opponents pretty much with ease. Other than maybe he had a little issue with Aegis Kaliakovich or whatever, that unofficial knockdown.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, like he's on a tear. Jeff Horn was made to look like the straight trash. He looked like a tough, rugged opponent when he fought Pacquiao, but he looked levels below when he fought Terrence Bud Crawford. Ended up being stopped. We haven't heard of Jeff Horn since. You know what I mean? He's permanently over there in Australia teaching kids and shit. You know what I mean? Amir Khan met the same fate. Kell Brook, he can only hope for a fight with Amir Khan now. You know what I mean? To close up his career. You know what I mean? So Bud's been effectively taking out guys and ending their careers. I mean, in the welterweight division, even though it ain't the best opposition, but they are some credible guys that he's taking out, knocking out, and stopping. So once again, he's a guy from a smaller weight class, came from 135, undisputed at 140, and now since he's been at 147, he's stopped all of his opponents. So that's pound for pound material right there.
Yes, motherfucking me, sir. That's why he top 3 still to this day. You know what I'm saying? I still gotta put my man's up there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no hate in my heart for Bud. I'm one of the biggest Bud fans, I think, on this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But we got a lot more to get to, man. Like I said, we talked a little bit about some upcoming fights. Uh I think we got a lot of good shit coming down the grapevine, the pipeline, you know what I'm saying? And from what I'm hearing, sources say
Mm.
the sources say we finna get into some sources, goddamn me. Um this comes straight from Mike Coppinger. Now y'all asked about Mikey, so we're gonna talk a little bit about Mikey. Mike Coppinger tweeted a few days ago. This was actually July 1st. Mikey Garcia and Regis Prograis are in advanced talks for a fall bout at 140 that will be promoted by Eddie Hearn on the Zone. 50-50 fight, one of the best you can make in boxing. Both Mikey and Regis quoted inside. First story for ESPN. And Regis retweeted this and said the boxing gods have spoken.
Mm.
So this is a fight that we might have coming down the pipeline. One of the most exciting fights I'm excited about. Regis Prograis being one of my favorite fighters. Fighting out of Texas now, originally from Louisiana, New Orleans. Mikey Garcia also being one of my guys I like to watch. I've seen Mikey up close and personal at AT&T Stadium when he fought Earl Spence. I was at that fight. That wasn't his best performance because I mean Earl Spence is Earl Spence and he just put a fucking Texas beat down on Mikey. But Mikey is still a good name, and he's definitely a force to be reckoned with in his own right. And I think Regis Prograis is the same. You can't never go wrong with Regis Rougarou in any fight. We know what Regis do. You know what I'm saying? And this is a damn good fight if it is to happen. I see you in the building, Texas Bubba, 6TV. Salute, homie. But yeah, man, we gonna definitely get to it, man. We gonna get to it, man. All fella, what you got on this fight though, bro? Mikey versus Regis, man, possibly being made, not signed, sealed, and delivered, but it's 80% done. I should say, and I've been hearing about this for a while.
Mm.
And we got close ties to Team Prograis. You know what I'm saying? He fuck with the usual suspects. So we've been hearing about this for quite some time. But go ahead, man. What's your thoughts on this fight?
I agree. It's a great fight. You know what I mean? It's a great fight for there's no titles attached to it. You know what I mean? It's not a
Mm-mm.
championship fight, but it might as well be. You know what I mean? Somebody, maybe we have to give. I was about to say maybe we should give him an LDBC belt, but
Right,
Mikey
right,
ain't
right.
fighting for no LDBC belt.
No
We'll just
sir.
we'll just give it to Prograis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he's gonna win this fight anyway. What I've been seeing on Mikey Garcia lately in interviews, he looks fat. I don't know. His face is full. I don't know. You know what I mean? But it. I think it's a good fight for Regis Prograis. Mikey Garcia is definitely a top operator, but I don't think he lives a life during the off season, in between fights and shit. You know what I mean? Because he once again he looks a little bit roly poly. So going into this camp is going to be another one of these camps where it's a fat camp. You know what I mean? He's concentrating on getting down to 140 or possibly a catch weight between 140 and 147. We haven't seen Mikey below 147 for 2 fights now.
Yeah.
Will it yeah, so will it be will it have some influence on his performance? You know what I mean? That's a that's a real question. You know what I mean? That's why I gotta lean towards Regis Prograis, definitely in this fight. But another thing that it points out to me is what happened to AB Regis Prograis. What's going on with AB now that this is pretty much solidified and hemmed up? You know what I mean? Once again, the schedules a bit came out for Showtime. I don't know if the Fox schedule came out yet, but there's no there's no sign of AB in his next fight. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
that's unfortunate for a guy that's been crying and calling out PBC to get him more active and get him more active and get him into bigger fights. We had Regis Prograis after his fight with Ivan Redcatch on Triller call out AB pretty much to no avail. You know what I mean? But um, the Mikey Garcia fight, it's not even a consolation prize. I think it's just as good. The promotion would have been a lot better with if it was AB. You know what I mean, leading up to the fight. That's
Oh yeah.
that's a fact. But in the ring, this is a great fight. On paper, it might be 50-50, but to a real one, like the Odd Fella, we know it's like a 60-40, 65-45 type of fight. I got Regis Prograis in it. You know what I mean? Big up to
Mm.
Rougarou. You know what I mean? I'm glad that he's getting all these opportunities. Um, he deserves after that, kind of like after the close Taylor decision. Almost like some of his fan base kind of defected and forgot
Mm.
about him. You know what I mean? So
Niggas
it,
pushed up.
it's good to see that he's on kind of back on that road to stardom. Um, Triller respected him by making giving him the best or the biggest paycheck during that card with Jake Paul and whatnot. So he made good money off of that. And now with this fight coming up, I'm sure DAZN and Matchroom will be able to open up the pocketbooks nicely to give him a nice little paycheck as well for this fight. So good for Regis Prograis. You know what I mean? Cashing in on his opportunities and his skill set.
Mm. My boy Sheldon Holmes say AB need to sit his ass down. AB calls you out. You have not earned the right for AB. Okay. My boy say one Mike 14 say Gary Antoine versus AB. I don't know what's going on with AB, bro. That's the $1 million mystery question, bro. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I don't know. One of them ones in the building, he say
Jeez.
Mikey looks like he put on hamster weight. Texas Bubble 6 says LDBC need a belt. NBA D Nice in the building. Salute. Texas Bubble says I got Regis. He hungry again. One of them ones say Mikey versus Rougarou is a great, genuine boxing fight. John Kramer say I want to see Regis go up against that no limit tank. Hey man, that's the fight to make, bro. But like I say, man, when y'all niggas gonna get it through y'all head, bro? They not putting Tank in danger, man. They not putting Tank in danger. You feel me? They gonna put Tank in winnable situations, man. They gonna put him in the best winnable situation to make him look the best. But it's gonna be a winnable situation for Tank. It ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? They not gonna put him in danger's way.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't.
not gonna put him in the thick of the war. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not happening, bro. Kevin Stenhouse says, should the winner between Mikey versus Regis fight Tank or Taylor? What you think about that, bro?
Say that again, Mikey. What?
He said, should the winner between Mikey versus Regis fight Tank or Taylor?
In a perfect boxing world, yeah. I mean, definitely, I'm down for that.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, bro. Y'all boys reaching, dog. Listen. Josh Taylor ain't fighting Regis Prograis again. That's number one. Number two, I don't see, like, once again, I don't see nobody. I'm not gonna say nobody. I don't see Floyd and Leonard Ellaby putting their cash cow in danger. It's not gonna happen, bro. It's not going to happen. I repeat, it's not going to happen. Get it through y'all thick ass heads. My thick head knows it's not gonna happen. Tank will not fight Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis. It's not going to happen. He might fight now. I could possibly if Regis Prograis come out here and dominate and whoop Mikey ass. I could see Tank Davis fighting Mikey. I could see that before anything because Mikey shows the least resistance. That's believable. But to think that Tank is gonna fight Regis, no sir. Tank and Josh Taylor, no sir. No sir. No sir. I don't see it. One of the ones says, and that's why Tank will never be great. Greatness is measured by how many 50-50 fights you succeed in.
Wow.
You heard him. One Mike 14 says, I agree. He definitely not. That was a tough fight for Taylor. If it was in America, Regis probably would have got the decision. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, that me and Stay Ready talk to Regis about that, and he always say that. But Mikey and Regis is a damn good fight. I think that's a fight that needs to be made now and not later. Mikey definitely needs to get his ass back in the ring, bro, and stop chasing these big fights, man. If you beat a dude like Regis Prograis, bro, them big fights will be right there for you. And like I say, if Mikey go in here and beat Regis, I guarantee you, Leonard Ella be in Florida to make that fight versus him and Tank. I guarantee you, that's right up their alley.
Yeah, that's the same diet, bro.
Yeah, same thing.
You can't shock take system with some other type of diet. You gotta keep them feeding them that Mexican food, bro.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Listen, man, and I don't want nobody to feel like we hating on bro, man. I love Tank, man, and like, you know what I'm saying? But they moving Tank a certain type of way, bro. It ain't they not, you know what I'm saying? They on the Mexican block right now with Tank, man. They not coming down Malcolm X and Lennox. You know what I'm saying? They not coming down Louisiana Avenue. They not fucking with Regis Prograis, bro. It's not, you know what I'm saying? They don't want no UK smoke with Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? They right there where they need to be, nigga, in Puncho Valley with the Mexicans. I'm just saying, man. Don't get mad at me, bro. I'm just giving you the facts. Like I say, I fuck with Tank Davis. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? We fuck with Tank Davis over here. We buy the pay-per-views. We buy the tickets. Niggas go travel. Niggas drive 6-8 hours to go see this man. Fuck with Tank Davis, but he not fighting Regis, bro. He not fighting Taylor. Get that out your head. Now, like I say, if Mikey do win and he could possibly beat Regis in a close fight, then yeah, I would give him a chance to fight Tank, Mikey and Tank. That would be right up their alley. But no. If Regis win, he won't be fighting Tank. I can guarantee you. You know what I'm saying? Ronald Haskins says they gonna let Tank fight nothing but Mexicans. Facts. At least for the next 2 to 3 years, anyway. You know what I'm saying? Good point. Sheldon Holmes says people need to chill talking about Tank fighting Mikey Regis. Taylor, hell now, too risky for Team TNT. TMT, okay. Regis need to beat Mikey if it happens. Yeah, I think it's gonna happen. Mikey says no one. Mike says no clenbuterol. My brother, I am Ill Will in the building. Salute, boy.
Big up.
Big up, Ill Will. One of the ones says Tank ain't never been in a risky fight. Taylor is a serious problem for Tank. I like Tank, but I think the size and the heart of Taylor wins. Is that your UK?
Yeah, that's my UK brethren, my guy.
Is that your UK ism talking right there, my boy? You know what I'm saying? Cause you sounded like a real Brit. I think Taylor hot and size wins. Yeah, man. I feel it though. I feel you though. I feel you one of them ones. Cypress Hill in the building. Salute. He say salute, homie 503. Salute to the almighty LDBC family. Salute, bro. If Tank beats Taylor, he will be number one. Um, he will be the number one of the world and the top of list. And the top of the list, easy work. If I was a WBC ranked fighter, I'll be importing that beat from Canelo's farm in Mexico. Damn. Yeah, man. Man, y'all ain't gonna live that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gonna live that shit. But I ain't mad at you, brother. You
The
know what I'm
story
saying?
of Canelo's life, boxing career.
Yeah, man. Well, moving on, man. Moving on. I gotta ask you about this, man. This is kind of off subject topic. I really didn't want to cook on this, but I seen this when I was looking for my article. Your boy Tony Yokum
Okay.
is your boy Tony Yoka is fighting Peter Malice September the 10th. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And if y'all don't know who Tony Yokum is, he's one of the up and coming heavyweights. We like to call him we like to, have a round robin of the heavyweights and shit. But Tony Yokum is definitely one of the guys to look out for. He fighting this guy Peter Malice on September the 10th in Paris, man. When are we gonna see Tony Yokum get some of this good heavyweight work, man? Because it seemed like they got him on a funny European diet over there. What's going on with Tony Yokum, bro?
I like the diet that he's on. He's 10-0, bro. And if you really look at who he's fought some decent operators, and not journeyman, like some gatekeepers already. He's fighting Peter Malas. I think he's like a Croatian heavyweight. You know what I
My man,
mean?
hey man, this nigga all fella be knowing this shit. I don't know how he be knowing this shit, but this nigga be
Cause I study the world rankings, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
that nigga knew.
I'm just not in the States and shit, you know what I mean? Because being from
Yeah.
Canada, you know what I mean, there's not many Canadian opposition, so you got to look outside of Canada, you know what I mean? And I'm not just stopping at the United States. I want to see what's going on all across the world, you know what I mean? I want to find the best fighters from shit. If I can find the best fighters in Congo, I'm gonna tell you about them, you know what I mean? So Croatia. You know what I mean? We're going over to Croatia. Peter Malas is probably the second best heavyweight in Croatia. He has been trying to call out Filip Hrgović. We all know who Filip Hrgović is. You know what I mean? Well, they're country rivals. This guy's undefeated. He's not as big as Hrgović. I think he stands like 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". He does have some good power on a European level. So to me, I'm not mad at this opponent. It's just another uh, type of seasoning fight. You're fighting another undefeated European level guy, and many of us kind of can say that Tony Yoka is still kind of European level until he fights the kind of like the top 20 type of contenders and whatnot. But yeah, I'm not mad at this fight. It kind of I liken this fight to his last fight against Joel Jecko, that black Belgium dude, you know what I mean? Who nobody knew about, but he still had some skill. He still had some work for Tony Yoka, and Tony Yoka was able to break him down and get the stoppage. It was still somewhat of a intriguing, interesting fight. Peter Malas, I think, is going to bring it. He's going to try to bring it to Tony Yoka. His only chance is to win by knockout. So we're going to see how Tony Yoka deals with that pressure. You know what I mean? I think this guy, he's undefeated. He's a game opponent. He's not coming in there to lay down. He has aspirations to be the guy in Croatia. He's like fuck Filip Hrgović. You know what I mean? So Tony Yoka can't get in his way for that to go down. So yeah, I don't mind the fight. Shout out to L Dub. He told me about this too. They're gonna have a fight in Roland Garros. Roland Garros is like the tennis stadium over there in France, or over there in Paris. I always thought the tennis venues and tennis stadiums were the perfect venues for boxing because like the court is like the same size pretty much. You could put a
Of a ring.
boxing ring. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You know what I mean? And they usually outdoor venues and shit. Imagine having a fight, a boxing event at Arthur Ashe Stadium in where's that in Queens or whatever, the tennis venue that they have out in New York City. That would be absolutely dope. But Paris is doing it. I think even yesterday, the cars that fight yesterday, Colbert, that venue is actually a tennis, originally a tennis venue. You know what I mean? So
Punch
boxing should do
bowl.
more of that. Boxing should do more of that. I like that, and yeah, I'm gonna be on the look. Keep my eye out for this fight. Tony Yoka will be fighting on ESPN Plus probably because he is a top ranked co-promoted fighter. So yeah, Tony Yoka is definitely a guy to look out for, and
Yeah.
I'm pleased with his activity.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I fuck with Tony Yoka, man. I'm always keeping listen, one of them ones. I hear you talking, man, but I got Arthur is my co-host for a reason, man. You know what I'm saying? He listen, if I want to know anything, he's the foreign diplomat. You know what I'm saying? He knows his shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just look like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? The man knows his shit. He the co-host for a reason, my nigga.
Salute.
I didn't even have to go into depth about Peter Malice. He knew that's a Croatian. Well, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? We just look like this, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like I know, no disrespect to nobody else, but when you come over here, we take deep dives into all type of topics of boxing. We don't just stay on Wilder or Spence or Tank, and we gonna talk about that shit nonetheless. But we definitely gonna go. We might go far off somewhere. We might go far east. We might go west.
Mm-hmm.
We might go north. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna definitely take you somewhere you never been. You know what I'm saying? 704 Joe say 503. I agree. Tank should fight Josh, but I'm giving you the real money first. Already. Any tall fighter with a strong jab, Tank will be on that block. 503, a true American. He only knows about them Texas boys. That's false, my boy.
Get out of here, one-on-ones. You trolling now, nigga. You trolling now.
That's false, my boy. We definitely be on our. Listen, my guy is a foreign diplomat. He knows everything about the foreign landscape. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So I can't lose, nigga. I can't lose. You want me to just know about Texas, but no, sir. It's a usual suspect team, man. We definitely, international with this shit, my boy. You know what I'm saying? They not the best until they come to America. Now that's a fact. Now it is a fact. G5 Gabe say facts.
Mm-hmm.
Mikey, one Mike 14 say y'all a good combination. My brother my boy OG Eric in the building. Salute. St. Louis in the house. All fella know his shit. I be like, nigga, what's the old buddy name? Salute to your studies. That's a fact. That's a fact, nigga. And it comes straight off the dome. Like bro just be knowing. And I be like, goddamn. I be listening to this nigga talk. I be like, goddamn. This nigga low key is a boxing encyclopedia on some L-Dub shit. Like I'm
not on that level, but you know what I'm saying.
These niggas be knowing. You know what I'm saying? L-Dub I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's why I fuck with niggas like L-Dub, because L-Dub know his shit. I'm from Dallas, but we're around this part. I hope folks keep putting their money on Manny to make him the favorite over Earl, so we all can win some money on that fight. Hey, yo, man, we gonna get to that, bro. We gonna definitely get to that. But first things first, man. We gotta keep it pushing, man. We're gonna switch gears. We finna head down south. You know what I'm saying? To the little guys. I know we was up north. Like I say, we go north, south, east, west. But we definitely got to talk about this, man.
Okay, I was waiting for this.
Casamayor Riggin Dial title fight back on. Schedule August 14th on Showtime. And this comes from Jake Donovan, published yesterday on Boxing Scene. The August 14th edition of Showtime Championship Boxing has reset back to the original Announced headliner as Casamayor will defend his WBO bantamweight title versus former lineal junior featherweight champion Guillermo Rigondeaux at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Well, that's what Chris Colbert done fought at last night, FYI. News of the bout was confirmed to boxing scene by Sean Gibbs, president of Manny Pacquiao Promotion, who handles Casamayor's career. Rigondeaux re-entered the mix after initially being replaced by 4th Division and reigning WBC bantamweight titleist Nonito Donaire, who has since rejoined from the fight. The development comes on the heels of allegations from Donaire's and wife/manager/trainer Rachel Donaire of Casamayor not responding in time to alleged repeated requests to submit paperwork to enroll in drug testing as conducted by voluntary anti-doping agency VADA. The claims came day after it was reported that Donaire will replace Miami's Rigondeaux to create a true unification bout on August 14th, marking Showtime's first boxing telecast on the other side of the upcoming Tokyo Olympics. Donaire entered the mix on June 19th, 3 weeks after returning to the title stage following a 4th-round knockdown of unbeaten WBC bantamweight titleist Nordine Coulibaly. Just 6 days later, however, Donaire went public, insisting that he was no longer going through with the fight. The declaration came following a recorded dispute with a member of Team Casamayor over a series of misogynistic remarks directed at Rachel Donaire. VADA confirmed that Casamayor team was officially contacted by his office on the morning, June 25th, with paperwork for enrollment received early afternoon, June 26th, a little more than 3 hours after receipt of paperwork. VADA publicly acknowledged that both boxers were enrolled in the program. Testing suspended on June 27th upon the discovery that the bout was no longer officially scheduled. Hope was held out for the WBC WBO unification bout to proceed only for Donaire issue a public statement to unequivocally state that he was not moving forward with the fight. The future Hall of Famer also spoke to changing the culture in the sport, taking a stance against misogyny, whatever that word is, and other levels of misogyny and other levels of disrespect that blatantly cross the line of trash talk. The good news was that Rigondeaux was also on the board to take the fight. And once again, it's back on schedule rather than settling for an undercard spot. The Cuban southpaw brings to the table a secondary version of the WBA title, which he claimed in a 12-round win over Salas last February in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Casamayor attempts the second defense of his title that he claimed in the 3rd round knockout over Tay in November 2019. His long ring appearance since then came last September when he stopped previously unbeaten Duke Micah inside of 3 rounds as a part of a Showtime pay-per-view event. The title defense versus Micah came 5 months after he saw a 3-belt unification versus Monster Inoue fall through. The two were due to collide last April, only for the coronavirus pandemic to cancel those plans. Wow. Now, it's looking like Rigondeaux is back in the mix with the Filipino boy, Johnny Boy, Casamayor, man. These motherfucking little bantamweights, man. This is like a soap opera, bro. You can't make this shit up. We thought we was gonna get unification with Nonito Donaire and Johnny Boy for the Filipino. You know what I'm saying? Big Filipino shit popping, man. But for whatever reason, we know why. But we're not gonna get it, man. So my boy Rigondeaux had to come back into the play, man. What's your thoughts on this, bro? How you feeling about this article, man? How you feel about this whole soap opera drama between all these guys, man? Do you think we will ever get the Filipino boys back in the ring, man?
Um, that this is one of the reasons why I want to take boxing scene to court. You know what I mean? Because they don't tell the whole story, and it seems like that article was more swayed for Donaire. You know what I mean? Instead of Casemiro, which
Mm.
is who I believe, aka Johnny Real, is in the right. You know what I mean? Johnny Real is the trill one out of the two Filipinos. Um, Donaire all of a sudden seems like he wants to turn into Casemiro's financial advisor. He's on live streams talking about, yo, bro, you're wasting too much money. You shouldn't be renting a house and paying for all these top rank the top ranked gym and shit like that you're sparring out. You're gonna be broke by next month. You know what I mean? Because obviously Donaire is in his house watching Casemiro, what he's doing. Because one thing I gotta salute Casemiro for and his team is that they've been accessible. They're on YouTube doing live streams every single day, and you could see what Casemiro's doing. You know what I mean? You can see him, little clips of him training, hitting the pads, you know what I mean? Jumping rope, running, buying sneakers at the store. I think they went car shopping one or looking at different cars one live stream. They were going grocery shopping. Casemiro likes fish, lots to eat a lot of fish in his diet. You know what I mean? They show him at the table eating with his people. You know what I mean? Talking shit back and forth. Highly accessible. And Donaire sitting there like a hater watching the whole thing. Talking about, yeah, you spending too much money. You spending too much money. Instead of wanting to get back in the ring.
He pocket watching.
Yeah, you pocket watching. You over there pocket watching like a straight biatch. You know what I mean? A straight biatch. Because instead of holding up for the principles of his wife, because he's talking about, yo, I want to change the sport and get rid of all this misogynistic bullshit. You know what I mean? Because apparently, Team Casemiro was talking shit to the wifey, Donaire's wife. They
Right.
might have crossed the lines with some things said, but that comes with the territory. There's been plenty of situations where boxers' wives have been caught in the crossfire. You know what I mean, I can think of what Ricardo Mayorga slapping the booty of Shane Mosley's girlfriend. You see Shane Mosley try to pull out the fight. Nah, bro. Mayorga's a misogynistic bastard. We're not. This is professional boxing. We're not fighting. We're not fighting until he apologizes. And I don't feel that shit.
Hey,
And that's
hold
what
on.
Donaire's doing.
Hold on. You remember? It's funny that you bring that up. You remember when Floyd did that to Diego Corrales, talking about how he beat up on his wife and shit.
Yeah. Yep. That's another situation.
Yeah.
Another situation. But the fight played out.
Right.
And Donaire's now he's making that as his main excuse why he don't want to fight Casemiro. And to me, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? I see what it is, and that's why Nodino Donaire, new name for me, is Duck Donaire. Straight up. You know what I mean? He's Duck Donaire. Because he came on a live stream and even was bragging about that he took Rigondeaux out of the fight. You know what I mean? To place himself there. Now you took yourself out of the fight just because your wife gets disrespected. Fight for her honor, bro. You know what I mean? Fight for her honor. All these Filipino live streams, trust me, type in the search one time with Casemiro, Nonito Donaire, and you'll find like 5 different Filipino live streams talking about the same shit. They ain't even talking about Pacquiao right now, bro. This is the major topic in the Philippines, and fucking Nonito Donaire just he dropped the ball. You know what I mean? He dropped the ball with this one, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I have to agree with you slightly because this is my thing, bro. Casamayor and Regan Diaz was the fight that we was all looking forward to. Now, mind you, when Showtime first dropped this schedule, I was like, oh shit, Regan Diaz actually fighting the name. And Casamayor, I'm like, damn, I can't wait for this fight. I'm like, I'm steady, you know what I'm saying? We steady anticipating August and shit like that. Then Earl Spence Pacquiao drop. I'm like, oh shit, we got two good fights back to back in August. And then a couple weeks ago, Juneteenth and shit, we watching the Charlo shit, and the day of the fight, we getting ready to see Charlo and them and all the people that was fighting on Juneteenth, Monster and Nue. And out of nowhere, fucking Donaire just could pop up and talking about he fighting Casamayor and it's gonna be a unification for the Filipinos and all this and all that. And I'm like, well, damn, what about Regan Diaz? We were speculating Regan Diaz got step aside money, and we had to go pull up the research, and we was like, well, nah, they saying that Regan Diaz gonna be on the undercard, he's still gonna get the winner, blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. Some of the brothers was with it. My brother Ack, he a Cuban sympathizer. He loves his Cubanos. He wasn't really feeling it, but he was like, okay, cool. It's it's a unification fight. You really can't be mad about it. And that was my stance. I'm like, okay, well, Donaire, he on this shit. He trying to unify. He pulling up to the Monster New Wave shit. And this is my thing. Like, you so friendly with Monster New Wave. You know what I'm saying? You shaking his hand and trying to get his titles and shit, and Monster New Way trying to play with your titles, and y'all real friendly. But when it comes to your Filipino brethren, your countrymen, quote unquote, it's all this friction and tension. And mind you, Casamayor didn't come looking for you. Casamayor already had a fight lined up with Rigo. You came fucking with Casamayor, fucking his shit up with Regan Diaz, and then y'all slight my man Regan Diaz. Mind you, Donaire, he already whooped your ass. Let's not forget about that. He whooped your ass a couple years back. You know what I'm saying? So you slight my man Regan Diaz. You come in, you steal his fight, and you put him on the undercard. You know what I'm saying? But since you and Casamayor and his team, y'all can't seem to work this out because of your wifey or whatever the fuck going on, you pulls back. So now you playing with the fans. It's not cool, bro. If you gonna give us a unification fight, bro, work that shit out, man. Put your ego to the side, bro. Because first you was trying to make it seem like the man didn't want to take the drug test, but the man signed up for the drug test. That's why I sent the VADA list with him on the paper. He was in the motherfucking program. He was ready to take the drug test the next day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like my mom used to always tell me this. The world don't revolve around you, son. The world don't revolve around you, Donito Donaire. Motherfuckers ain't finna drop what they doing just because you want them to do something. Now in this article, y'all tried to make it seem like Casamayor was just repeatedly ducking repeatedly ducking the motherfucking drug test, when in actuality the man signed up to take the drug test.
Facts. Not only was he signed up, he's been registered with the clean boxing program since 2017. Johnny Riel Casemiro. You know what I mean? Since 2017, the only issues is that he needed to update his address, so the clean boxing program could be able to verify and find him. You know what I mean? And they've been moving around and whatnot. Of course, he's over here now, training in I believe in LA. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's been cleared up. Now that's been cleared up, Donaire has a bunch of other excuses, and of course misogyny, and now once again he wants to be Johnny Real's financial advisor, because he's obviously hating on that the camouflage blazer, you know what I mean, and the chain wear, you know what I mean, and the dyed hair that Johnny Real was dealing with, you know what I mean. So he's watching his pockets, you know what I mean. Only on like a good Filipino big brother, you know what I mean. But it's not the time for that, Donaire. You know what I mean? You can't rely on just your great victory against Nordino Bali, your surprising competitiveness against Naya Inoue. You did some great things in your career, you know what I mean? But now you got the biggest fight in Filipino history, and now you want to talk about being a financial advisor. Now you want to
Right.
talk about, you disrespecting my wife. Do it, do it for the people, do it for the culture, man. You know what I mean?
Right. And listen, Jay Good, Casamayo agreed to the drug testing, bro. It took him a few days to get back with Donaire and his team and Vada, but the man clearly got back with him. It probably wasn't on his time and when he wanted him to do it, but that's business, bro.
And
Everybody
then
like
nobody
go
gonna
ahead.
tell me, oh yeah, he was trying to cycle off. What, in 2-3 days, my nigga?
Right,
Fuck out of here.
right, bro. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like, come on, bro. Like this was gonna be one of the biggest fights for the little guys. When you go down south to the and you fuck with them bantamweights. I mean, this is what brings guys like me who don't really watch the little dudes. This is what brings me more interest and excitement into these guys when you have unification fights. Cause I know Nonito down there. I know Monster Nue. I know Casamayor. I know Regan Diaz. All these is good fights, but you can't be playing with the fans like that down there. You can't be getting in your feelings over little simple shit, bro. Okay, they disrespected your wife. Take it out on them in the ring. Plain and simple. They disrespected her. They talk shit to her. They mistreated her. Take it out. Take it out on them in the ring, bro. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, man, I just wanted to make that clear, bro. Casamayor signed up for Vada clean boxing program. He signed up for it. He was willing to do it. Wasn't no problems. Nonito Donaire pulled out this fight. This was not Casamayor. So instead, Casamayor says, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna just fight Regan Diaz like I was supposed to. And that's basically what he did. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we got now. Regan Diaz versus Casamayor, man. August the 14th, man. And Donaire, I don't know what you're gonna do now. Maybe you could fight Monster Nue. I don't know.
Nah, you just gonna watch. You gonna pocket watch. That's all he doing for now. That's his plans for the next 3-4 months.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Salute to my girl Shade Girl 85. Salute, family.
Salute, Queen.
Salute. Well, there's one more thing I had wanted to talk about, man, and we're gonna wrap this one up. The nigga Chris Colbert.
Ah, shit. I got something for you now. Maybe we got to show the banana fade for this one.
Yeah, he had a lot to say. He had a lot to say on his post fight press conference yesterday. Now, they was asking him about future possible fights and what's next for him. And Jake Donovan, the boxing scene, had this to say to him. You know what I'm saying, about his potential fight. And my man's Chris Colbert said that on him possibly returning to Barclays Center for his next fight, he says, we need a stat card. My people, these people. He points to his skins and says they don't support me. I need my people to come out and support me. Now, I mean, it's obvious that he's having some problems with fans supporting him. I.e., you look at his fight last night. You compare the numbers. You look at the likes. if we just playing the numbers game, this post only got 4,700 likes. His video only 19.6K views. I mean, Michelle Riviera, goddamn. Michelle Riviera got more likes than Chris Colbert.
Young Ali.
You look at the views for his video, 97.2. He's almost at 100K. You go to Tank likes, he got 7,600 likes on that video. Okay. Go to Chris Colbert, 2,000 likes. You look at Tank video, almost at 100K. You look at Chris Colbert video, 15K.
Damn.
This is just me comparing the numbers. This video, 50,000. So I mean, this guy, this video, he got 34,000 likes. You know what I'm saying? Another 3,000 likes. I mean, Chris Colbert he isn't crossing the threshold just yet, in my personal opinion. You look at Tank Davis video, the playback from his All Access epilogue, over 100,000 views. You know what I'm saying? Chris Colbert, 2,000 likes. He's not even cracking 10,000 likes, man. You know what I'm saying? He's not even. I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. This is another Chris Colbert video right here. The joint only did 50,000 likes, bro. If we basing this shit off of status and you know, popularity in the public, I mean, Barrios is killing it. Tank Davis is killing it. This fight last week did almost 1 million views. This is on Showtime's boxing page on Instagram. 280,000 views. I mean, the numbers are not comparable. The numbers are not comparable. So Chris Colbert, he said he need us. He need us to support him. They need a stack card if he gonna come back to Barclays, because let's be real. That shit he did last night, that bitch was empty. We had somebody in the building. They say 1,500. I say 1,000. It don't look like 1,500 people was in there. And Dignity Sports is a big fucking arena. Now I guarantee when Casamayor come to that motherfucker and he fight Rigon Dial. Now just imagine if Casamayor fought Donaire in Carson, California. Donaire being from the Bay, Northern California. Casamayor training out in LA. LA having a big Asian Filipino community. Just imagine how that motherfucker would look. Dignity Sports is that's a big boxing venue, bro. An outdoor venue, real nice, summertime. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was empty. You seen Showtime, they kept that camera real low. Now, when they did pan out, you seen all them empty green seats in that motherfucker. I'm just saying. But what's your thoughts on this, fella? How do you feel about Chris Colbert, man? Him saying that he need all this. He need a stat card. He need his people to support him. You see the views and the numbers on social media. Just looking on Showtime page, he not even in the same ballpark with Tank. But what's your thoughts on that, bro?
I don't think anything what he said yesterday was incorrect. It just, once again, Colbert he doesn't have no filter. And sometimes he needs to say things in a different way. You know what I mean? Because it's true. Is he getting the support of his people? No. Because it's his own fault. You know what I mean? He didn't say that, but he's not getting the support of his people for his own doing. You know what I mean? Some of his own doing. But with that being said, the numbers that you've shown they don't lie about the interests behind Chris Colbert. So if I'm Showtime, if I'm PBC, I'm realizing that maybe Chris Colbert might not be a headliner fighter. He's still a very talented fighter. He's still very young, 20, 22, 23. But does he merit to be put on his own card as a headliner? The numbers show false. He doesn't. You know what I mean? He's not on those levels to garner his own headliner. He should be on a co. He should be a co-main. He should be on an undercard. You know what I mean? You look at young Ali. You saw that young Ali video doing more numbers than Chris Colbert's highlight. You know what I mean? And that was probably the first time a lot of people saw young Ali Rivera. So I think the numbers don't lie. And instead of him thinking about, yeah, they should stack up the card on Barkley, I think that's too much for yourself right now. You need to take a step back and get on some motherfuckers undercards so they can help, so you can ride on their coattails. Because your coattails ain't big enough to ride on right now. You know what I mean? You don't even have a coat, my nigga. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he needs to fight on some undercards, get back in the good graces of your core fan base. You know what I mean? This isn't a non-foundational black American, i.e., an African or a black Brit coming from across the pond saying this shit. This is a guy from New York City. You know what I mean? One of our own. You know what I mean? Foundational black American. Yeah, speculation. Yeah, he might be half Mexican. When the police look at him, they ain't gonna say, "Yo, he's half Mexican. He's a nigga. He's FBA." You know what I mean? Straight up. So,
Facts.
he needs to uh make amends with his core fan base. And if he can't make amends with his core fan base, he needs to utilize that controversy to his own benefit. Maybe you can turn it into a point where your notoriety is caused because people want to see you lose. Your people want to see you lose. You know what I mean? Whether or not they want to see you lose or see you win, at least they want to watch you. You know what I mean? And right now, it's seeming like he's irrelevant. People aren't really interested other than the fact that he's making stupid comments. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he needs to make amends. He needs to make amends with. I see that he tried to squash the beef with Errol Spence and Deontay Wilder, but
yes, sir.
it's one thing with boxers. You know what I mean? Boxers are boxers, but we're the fans that pay and watch your programming. You know what I mean? And pay for your fights. And if you shit on us, you're gonna continue to get the type of results you saw in Carson City yesterday. You know what I mean? You're gonna see the results of the opponent came in with more fans. Lil Tug looking riding my ambitions of a rider. What you mean? Lil Tug came in looking like the A side. You know what I mean? Walking into Carson City yesterday. Coming in with all the fans and whatnot. And yeah, I understand. I mean, Colbert was getting booed, but at least you were getting booed. But you need more people booing you. You know what I mean? If you're gonna take that route, have 10,000 people booing you instead of 500. So
yeah,
I think he needs to gain more notoriety on the undercards. Maybe the PBC might put him in there with some give him a specific diet so he looks more spectacular. You know what I mean? Because it's obvious he needs more spectacular wins to get to grasp the imagination of his core fan base. Because right now he ain't doing it with that orange hair, even though he has great causes. I like what he's doing with his local football team. I like the fact that he came to the ring in an orange jumper talking about prison reform and shit like that. So the brother's like, in certain aspects, he has his head screwed on straight. But in other aspects, with regards to his relations to his own community, you know what I mean? He's lacking. So time will tell. Time will tell. The little nigga's young. I'm gonna chalk it up to being a young and stupid, and hopefully he'll mature in the next couple years, and he'll be right with the black community once again.
Okay. I'm gonna read some of these comments, man, and I'm gonna give you my take. I'm gonna give you my take, and let me stroll up. My brother Jay Good say we need to have an understanding of who actually are his people. Many, as myself, are confused. That's a good point. Smitty Smith say salute, family. Thinking Chris Colbert needs to humble himself, moving 100 miles per hour, going nowhere. Jay Cooley say Chris don't get no love no more. Damn, shaking my head. Did he ever get love to begin with? You let me know, Jay Cooley.
Nah.
Colbert did it to himself. I forgot the fight was on last night. Damn. Wait, he wants who to support? He's acting Mexican, but asking for black support. Get the fuck out of here. They had more fans at the KC Golden Gloves event Friday night, bro. He screwed himself. Colbert needs to fight Gary Russell. Man, it was hella empty. Tay Brown, the eye emoji. I saw that fight last night, and it looked like it were 300 plus in attendance. So, well, we had some brothers that went to that fight last night, and we was told that it was like 1,500 tops, 1,500 in that big ass stadium. So, you tell me. KP from KC say Cobra got identity issues. Okay, I already read that one. David the Real Thomas says he said black people don't support. Tay more eye emojis. Hella shocked. Brown on boxing salute. I hope the brother understood that. Okay. LOL facts. All blacks get tossed the same group when cops run down on us. Yup. Brown on boxing says Kobe would have got the support, but pissing on his people. But I forgot he's so-called black Mexican. Absolutely, brother. I don't know what to think about Chris, but he's thinking he's a B- fighter at this point. But thinking he's a B- fighter, okay. Zone 6 in the building. My boy, Coach K, salute to you, my boy. I'm going to be honest. I'm from Brooklyn. And when Son fight here, I ain't supporting him until he get shit straight and respect my black dollar. Zone 6 says Cobra look good behind the jab. His jab is the key. Yeah, he looked the hella good. The young man disrespected his fan base. If Tug would have walked Cobra down, thinking he would have done a lot better. Great point. Great output. You say great output, brother. Okay. Cobra needs to fight Gary Russell. Yeah, you really want to see him fight Gary Russell, bro. But what Gary? Listen, 254 Dunson. What is Gary Russell doing? Because from what I heard, Gary Russell don't want no smoke, man. Big bro don't want no smoke. His little brother out here looking way better than him. So which Gary Russell you talking about? You talking about 126 Gary that fought King Tug also? Are you talking about 140 Antoine Russell? Which one you talking about? His people look like him, but pissed on that. You know what I'm saying? Tank will end Cobra career, family. And G5 Gabe. John Kramer speaking of G5 Gabe. Cobra, the black Mexican fighting a Mongolian, but yet Mexicans boo Cobra, the Mexican. LOL. Listen, I'm going to say this, bro. I'm going to say this. And this is a message to all my black fighters, bro. Listen. You black, homie. You black at the end of the day. You can say you have Mexican. You can say your daddy a Mexican. You can say you was raised by Mexicans all you want to. But at the end of the day, you black, homie. So you need to attach yourself to the black core fan base, i.e. the LDBC, i.e. the black fight fans. That is your demographic of fans. In the process of you doing that, you need to fight other ethnic groups, Mexicans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. Him being from New York, he should tap into that. He should take advantage of that. I think Chris Colbert has great potential to be a star. He has a personality. He got the business mind. He got the mouthpiece. He got the Brooklyn boy swag. He got the skill set. He flashy. He got the speed. He got the ring IQ. He can fight. He a good boxer. But when you alienate yourself from your core fan base, which is blacks and minorities, I'm gonna just say minorities. When you alienate yourself from your core fan base, bro, you have a hard time getting on. Let me tell you why guys like Wilder, Spence, Earl, the Charlos, AB, those type guys, the reason why they have such a good solid fan base is because let's use Earl Spence for an example. Earl Spence, instead of segregating himself from his fan base, bro, Earl Spence, he aligns himself with his fan base. He becomes accessible to his fan base. He calls into barbershop conversations. He gets on live with Black Fight Fan TV and 78 Sports. These are the type things that Chris Colbert should be doing. Earl Spence, he knows it's a market in Texas, just like Allfella was alluding to. Allfella from Canada, and he got that much sense. He see it. He fights in the Star. He gives his home core fan base just in Texas alone. Earl Spence is gonna win because he knows it's a market in Texas. He fights in the Star. He fights in AT&T. His last couple of fights has been in Texas. But when your core fan base rock with you, when the voice of the people rock with you, you're gonna win. Look at Tank Davis. What he doing? He aligns himself with the blacks. He comes back to Baltimore. He has a gym in Baltimore. Him and his coach, they look out for the youth. Tank Davis is putting young niggas on them in Baltimore. Got his own promotional company. He fights in the football stadium where the Ravens play at. He comes to Atlanta, fucks with the people in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Pulls up to Mustafa Boxing Gym. Highlights they boxing gym on Showtime Boxing. That's what Tank Davis do. The Charlo brothers. Big Charlo puts on for Houston. He has a big fight in NRG Arena. The LDBC has a big event. And who pulls up to that event? Sam Watson and the whole Watson family. The WBC. Charlo has a Showtime special on motherfucking on All Access. He talks about Juneteenth. He talks about all of the Black Lives Matter movement and wearing the all black trunks with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and all that. They align themselves with blacks, they core fan base. This is why they have a core solid fan base. Deontay Wilder probably takes more advantage of that than you right, KP Haney too. But I'm just using PBC. I'm just using PBC as an example. But Haney does an excellent job with this too. And you're right about Haney. You know what I'm saying? Haney do a great job, but I'm just using PBC because this is a PBC guy. Deontay Wilder. He doesn't hide from him being black. He takes pride in it. You know what I'm saying? He's very, very unapologetically black. He don't run from the fact that he's a black man coming from the South. What does Deontay Wilder do? He goes viral for G-checking a coon and Radio Raheem. He aligns himself with the LDBC. He does multiple he does multiple interviews with the LDBC. Instead of talking to mainstream media for the biggest fight of his career, he goes to 78 Sports. He goes to Ellie Sedbeck. He goes to Barbershop Conversations. These are the things that Deontay Wilder do.
And to add on to that, 503.
Go ahead.
He also activated another fan base, Wilder, with his statements regarding him being part of the Edo tribe in Nigeria. Since he made that statement on Barbershop Conversations a couple weeks back, that statement has went viral in Nigeria. He got a whole bunch of Nigerian fans now calling for Deontay Wilder to come home because Wilder had the wherewithal to identify with his people. I just wanted to add that.
I mean, I want you to cook on that for a little bit, bro, because how do you feel about what I just said about all these guys aligning themselves with their core fan base? And how do you feel about Devin Haney doing the same thing? And he's on the zone. And you see the success that he's having with his fight with Linares. I mean, the motherfucking fight sold out like 3-4 times. I think Devin Haney did better ticket sales than all that shit Top Rank had going on over these past couple of months, man. So just speak to that, man. How do you feel about all these black fighters aligning themselves with their core fan base? And what do you think Chris Colbert needs to do to redeem himself to get back in the good graces of the fans?
Mm-hmm. I think it's great that these fighters are not shying away, not being old media trained and pretending like they're not black or they're on another class where blackness, their skin color doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because to be real, a lot of these fighters are on a social level where they might not receive the same type of racism that the working class does. You know what I mean? Because the more money you get, there will be some racism, but racism will appear in different ways. You know what I mean? In a more subtle way than a more overt way than the working class man is experiencing. But with that being said, they have the wherewithal to not forget where they come from. That's the thing. Even though they might not be dealing with those issues currently, they're not forgetting where they come from. And that's the problem with some of these other black fighters, such as Chris Colbert, with his statements. But for him to get back into the good graces, I think he's somewhat on the right track because we still, as he does say some stupid things, like I was saying yesterday, for a 23-year-old, he's doing some great things. We have to take note of that because when I was 23, I was not organizing a basketball team or a football team for my neighborhood. I was thinking about myself. I was thinking about fucking bitches, going to the club. You know what I mean? For at least 4 days out of the 4 days out of the week. You know what I mean? Drinking, smoking. That's what I was thinking about at 23. But this dude has a place of business where he's creating employment for other black males and black females in the community. You know what I mean? With primetime chicken, people might look at that as being somewhat small, but he's creating employment at the age of 23. Say he's giving opportunities to 10 people that didn't have jobs before. You know what I mean? So if by him continuing to do things like this, you know what I mean, and having it making sure people see that, you know what I mean, what he's doing, but he needs to keep building from that. I think after a while people cannot deny what he's doing for the community because he is showing even though his words verbally are whack, his actions are great. And I can't take away his actions. You know what I mean? with regards to what he's doing within his community. He just needs to keep it up and keep and his team, PBC, and his management need to keep highlighting that. So fans like us will soon forget his statements that he had on some of our favorite fighters. You know what I mean? As well as the stupid statement of, well, as I don't even think it's a stupid statement because it is real. He doesn't get supported by his core fans, but once again, uh, that's partly his fault. You know what I mean? That's partly his fault. But to rectify that, once again, he needs to keep doing what he's actively doing in the community and doing more of it. Doing it not just in his community, maybe going to Atlanta, maybe going to places like Baltimore, in the enemy territories where you didn't shit on some of these boxers. Go to Dallas, go to DeSoto, you know what I mean, and start something. You know what I mean, and get and tap into some of their these your stablemates fan base. You know what I mean, and do something there for the people out there because you have the capability of doing so within your hometown. So why not take it to a national scale? You know what I mean? So I think once he incorporates that and does more of that, it's going to be hard to deny the guy is a active, denying him of being an active member of our community. You know what I mean? A beneficial member of our community. Once again, a young guy that has a business and is giving opportunities to other black males and females. We got to salute.
Yeah, man. I definitely agree with that. Brian on Boxing say Earl Spence called Fred, talk to him for free. He talked for 30 plus minutes and never tried the big league, Fred, or any other chat. Come to your people and we will support you. Yeah, that's a good point, man. That's a good point. Like I highlighted that. And like I say, and Devin Haney do it all the time. Trill Bill is very accessible. Devin Haney is accessible. And he's a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta fuck with who fuck with you. Simple as that. But man, I got one more topic, man, and we're gonna wrap this one up, man. I'm gonna let some of the other brothers jump on live and do their thing. I appreciate everybody for rocking out with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I know we've been on for 2 hours, and the chat been thumping, so I appreciate that. But this weekend, we got Golden Boy on the zone, man, back. Zerto versus Barrera, man. A good fight, man. Zerto Ramirez is looking like he might be the next dude to take over and do something for Golden Boy. And it's also rumors that after this fight, if he beats Barrera, he might be taking on Bivol. I.e., just so you know. But we definitely got a lot going on with this card, man. And these are the three Latinos right here doing their thing. Jojo Diaz, Zerto Ramirez, Sensei Estrada, super bad, man. I want to get your thoughts, man, on this card we got this up and coming week. And this is gonna be on Friday night. This is July 9th. Once again, a good move from the zone because Saturday, July 10th, we will have the Conor McGregor card. So I know a lot of people gonna be watching the UFC. So a good move by Golden Boy to put this fight on Friday. You know what I'm saying? Instead of Saturday trying to compete with the UFC. But Super Bad, man, I'm looking forward to seeing Super Bad, man. She is one of my my favorite fighters, man. This girl is a beast. And I don't think she get enough credit. You know what I'm saying? But she is definitely probably one of the most exciting fighters of the women's. And Jojo Diaz making his pro debut, I mean, at 135. Zerto Ramirez, we all know what Zerto Ramirez, man. I mean, this guy's a dog. You know what I'm saying? So Jojo Diaz, man, he did beat Tevin Farmer. Didn't look too good in his last fight, man, but he going up against a guy like Fortuna. that's a game opponent, man. And like Golden Boy posted this a couple minutes ago. That they say guaranteed fireworks on July 9th, man. Happy 4th of July, man. So with it being 4th of July today, you know, in America, in the States, we like to pop firecrackers. I don't know if they do it in Canada, but what's your thoughts on this, man? Do you think this will be guaranteed fireworks for motherfucking July 9th, man? And I think this is the only card we got next week. So this will be Friday night fights, man. Will we get some fireworks on this Friday night, man?
Most definitely. There's not many times where I can salute Golden Boy for putting on a good card, but I guess these are one of those rare occasions where we have to kind of tip our hat for one not competing with the Conor McGregor Dustin Poirier fight and putting it on Friday, but it is a pretty good card. We got 3 decent level fights on there. You know what I mean? Sanisha Estrada is definitely one to see. Those of y'all males that don't really like female boxing, you know what I mean? That's not the time to put that out of your mind and watch Sanisha Super Bad Estrada, because she got a bunch of skills. She's exciting. So I'm looking forward to see her back in action. We got JoJo Diaz in the Fortuna in the Fortuna fight. That's another type of 50-50 type of fight. Great fight. I'm picking JoJo Diaz in that. I never liked Fortuna, but I gotta respect him as a top contender. You know what I mean, at 135. But so that's another good fight. Interesting to see how JoJo Diaz looks coming up in weight. It looks like he's in good shape. You know what I mean? Good for him. I'm glad he'll be able to pay his loans back to MTK Global with this with this next fight and shit. You know what I mean? You see him working on that left hook and whatnot. But we also got Sullivan Barrera and Gilberto Ramirez. Now, Ramirez is quietly, you know what I mean, quietly ascending. What is he, like 40-0 now or something like that? 39-0? Under the radar, bro. Under the radar. He's been kind of inactive of late, but
41-0.
Damn, you got a nice little glossy record, don't he? You know what I mean? And there's not a lot of content to his record, you know what I mean? Like, I think his best wins probably are like Jesse Hart, maybe. You got some other a lot of top 30, top 40 type of guys on his resume, but albeit the man's 41-0, and I think Golden Boy is trying to build them into being the next guy they throw at Canelo. You know what I mean? I always was saying that when y'all was saying Canelo was ducking Charlo and shit, I was saying Canelo was ducking Gilberto Ramirez. You know what I mean? Ducking that all Mexican fight. You know what I mean? All Mexican war. Because we got to remember, Ramirez was once the WBO champion at 168. You know what I mean? Yep. And it didn't take. I don't know if the times exactly coincide, but Canelo wasn't up there until that boy vacated. You know what I mean? And went on up to 175. So this is an important fight for Gilberto Ramirez against Sullivan Barrera. It's not a guarantee, even though Barrera has taken some L's of late. You know what I mean? He's looked more washed of late, but I mean, Barrera's a classy operator, comes from the Cuban school of boxing. I'm still not sure if Zerto's fully acclimated at the 175 division, but he's still pretty big at 175. I think he comes in at 6'2.5" or something like that. So he got the attributes. This is a dangerous fight for Zerto, and I think he got to look good in it. You know what I mean? Because once again, I think Oscar is going to be guiding him and pushing him towards being that Canelo killer. You know what I mean? Because it's obvious De La Hoya and Canelo have something going on right now. They're going back and forth, and I think Oscar is going to use this guy as his pawn to put up against Canelo. You know what I mean? And get that Canelo fight and get that bag somehow from Canelo. You know what I mean? Golden Boy gonna be attached to him somehow. You know what I mean? If they get this Ramirez in there, so it's an important fight for Ramirez to look good in. I think he should be able to get at least a unanimous decision. I don't see him knocking Barrera out, and if he does, that tells you that our Cuban brother is fully washed. You know what I mean? And it's time to, you know what I mean? We won't be seeing him in headline boxing, probably on undercards for the rest of his career. But great, great, great card. You know what I mean? I look forward to it, especially that it's going to be on Friday night. So yeah, good luck from Golden Boy. Not every day I can say that.
Okay, okay. Yeah, man, this gonna be a good fight, man. And I guarantee this fight gonna be in California. This fight will be in California. You know what I'm saying? It's going down at the Bank of California Stadium. I'm guessing that's like a soccer field or something. You know what I'm saying? So I guarantee you're gonna see a lot of fucking Hispanics and Latinos at this fight. You got 3 Latinos on this card. Zerto Ramirez, Super Bad Estrada, Jojo Diaz, man. Hey, you gonna see the difference. You're gonna see the difference in Cobra fighting in California and Zerto and Jojo Diaz fighting in California. And mind you, Jojo Diaz is from California, from LA. Sinise Estrada, Super Bad Estrada, she from LA too. You know what I'm saying? And I think Zerto been living out on the West Coast for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a good fight, man. I'm excited to see how this play out. I do want Zerto to win because he is chasing a title at 175, and he might be going after that WBO belt that Bivol got.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see how this shit pan out, man. I'm also excited to see what Jojo Diaz and Fortuna do because the winner of this fight could possibly be fighting Devin Haney, and that's most probable. And I just want to see Sensei, Sania Estrada just keep beating motherfuckers' ass. You know what I'm saying? And keep doing what she doing, man. But on that note, man, we gonna wrap this one up, man. We'll definitely go more into detail about this shit tomorrow on the early morning hunt marathon Monday, man. We're definitely gonna talk more about some fights in July. Definitely got to talk about this Charlo Castanos Wilder Fury trilogy. We got this Matchroom shit popping off too, man. July, August, a lot of shit going on with Matchroom Fight Camp. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely gonna get into all that, man. And of course, August is right around the corner, man. We got Casamayor, Riggin Dial, man, Earl Spence Pacquiao, man. A lot of shit. A lot of fights back to back, man. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, off for the closers out, big bro.
And Jade, this was a successful hunt. You know what I mean? Early morning hunt. Plenty of cooking was going on. Big up the chat, you know what I mean? That kept it popping through the whole 2 hours and whatnot. Check me out later this afternoon. Boxing Night Court with the Jab Jamboree and Judge Galvatron. Cali Enigma will be in the courtroom, you know what I mean? Prosecuting the Nigerian pit bull Efe Apochi. And guess what? I'm going to be his defender. You know what I mean? So show up 5:20 p.m. Eastern Time, the Jab Jamboree. Make sure y'all check out my channel, The War Report. You know what I mean? We got actually a listening session coming up Tuesday. A guy named Filthy Tarantino dropping his 6 singles on my head. You know what I mean? So we gonna review it. You know what I mean? See what it do. We also had Joseph Calloway from East Oakland, a listening session last Thursday. So y'all go check that out. And y'all know what it is. It's your favorite yet your most hated R filler. Salute to the whole LDBC. And I'm Gizon.
Yes, sir. And we'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow, man. First thing smoking, early morning hunt. Y'all tune in, man. Marathon Mondays, man. Y'all have a good 4th of July. Be safe. Be great, man. It's your boy 503 Line, man, and I'm gone, man. It's time for real peace.
If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does the lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. An elephant thinks run.